big question for you is, you gonna stay for that overtime, or are you gonna just...
Well, I'm staying for the overtime. I always stay for the overtime. Especially since I gotta fix my car now.
Oh, damn.
Because I guess it's not a blown head gasket, it's a cracked head gasket. What I find funny is the mechanic shop said it's blown. And I tell them, okay, if it's blown, how come I can still drive it?
What was the response?
Nothing. Literally, I was talking to them on the phone, and there was quite a few of like, there was like a big gap of like no talking. I was like, yeah, they're just trying to get money for me. So I call a bunch of places here in Lacey to fix a cracked head gasket on a muscle car.
And they won't do it?
They'll do it. It's about $2,000.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
But at the same time, they're giving me a big deal. Normally it's more than $2,000 because they have to ship it back, get it back. If something has to be replaced, they fix it. And I told them, okay, now since you're doing that work for me, what about adding all these connections that I haven't connected yet? Like I have my transmission temp, oil temp, and my nitrous press, which is NOS. And they can connect the two, just not the last one because the last one is illegal. And I was like, okay, what about the underglow? I have that needs an extra wire. They're like, okay, we have LED strips that match the color. I'm like, will that cost me anything? They're like, no. I'm like, okay. And they said that whatever you need added to the car that needs to be connected, just write it down and we'll do it.
So,
Because I've had my car in there before, and I paid them more than what I was supposed to. I was like, since you guys did a great job here, and basically it was just a $20 tip.
$1 is better than no dollars.
But at the same time, I think it's because they also know I'm a YouTuber, and if they're not really that
They
good,
might sponsor you.
they might sponsor me. And if they don't do something good, I'll bring it all out there saying not to go to this place. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
And if they can sponsor me, awesome. That means I'll get more money.
Do you think I should buy this computer desk? Or should I get a different type of computer desk?
Well, let's see. How many monitors do you have?
One at the moment. I usually have two.
And where do you think you're going to put the tower?
I was thinking on the floor, like right here. Just have
Is
like-
it a tower with a fan on the case?
It's fan inside.
Okay. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. Look around on Amazon to see if there's a desk just like that that might be cheaper.
Well, this one's actually pretty cheap for a desk.
I have one that's fully glass that looks kind of like that.
I would hate to get one that's fully glass. Actually,
It's
this one
heavy,
might be
though.
a little bit too big. I need a smaller one.
The only thing is, it's heavy.
Yeah.
When I first got that thing, my fans actually sent it to me, and I didn't have a card by then, so I had to carry it all the way
PO
home.
box or your actual address?
A PO box.
Okay.
I don't have an actual address yet.
Really?
Yeah,
Where do you live at?
in the middle of the woods.
You camping?
Pretty much.
Crazy
For
man.
like 3 months now.
Crazy man.
I actually know. What? It's October? September. Actually 5 months now.
Crazy man.
I have no money for an apartment yet. I had to get my card. And I have a muscle car. But I've been paying that thing before I had this job.
I would say just move in with your parents, but they probably
I have
the
no
same-
parents. They passed away.
Sorry.
So literally, all my family members, they're poor. They're out.
They're gone.
They're gone. All I have left is me, my brothers, and my cousin.
I feel really bad about this.
And I also have my aunt and great-grandparents. Great-grandparents, I have to help them when they come down,
Oh, yeah.
but they go from Arizona to back here.
They live in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
You live in Arizona. Arizona's probably great, right?
There's no work there. It's just seasonal.
Yeah, I can see why that.
And college there, I'm not gonna get a free scholarship there. I have a free scholarship, but it has to be in Washington.
Yeah, I can understand now.
So and most of my life was living inside a trailer, maybe a house for a couple months, maybe about a year, back to trailers, and now I hit rock bottom, and now I'm working my way back up.
Hey, slowly but surely.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
You're doing great.
I have more money than all my family members except for my aunt,
Dang.
which my uncle and my aunt were in the military.
I'm pretty sure my brother has the most money out of all of us right now, or my dad.
I have a better car than them. They have a truck.
Must be nice. I don't even have a car.
Yeah, when I pulled up my car, they first looked at it, they're like, "Who is this?" They saw the doors go up, and as I'm popping up the doors, I see their muzzle drop. I'm like, there we go, my car is better. And we also have other two one more Mustang around the cul-de-sac and a Dodge Charger. And we're just having the cars right next to each other since I know the owners of those vehicles. And I'm like, okay, put the cars right next to each other. We're gonna have one of our neighbors that knows nothing about these cars pop open all your doors, pop open everything, and we're just gonna have a look. We're gonna have those people rate the cars. The best car out there was mine. What topped it off was the doors.
Heck yeah, man, those doors.
Everything was nice, and I was like, okay, well, you see this? They're like, everything else, their interior is pretty nice. And I'm like, look at my interior. Superman all over it. And it turns nighttime. I bring everybody back out. I'm like, okay, do you have lights? They turn on their lights. I'm like, okay, look at mine. Click, 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 click. And I have like 2 switches. The whole car lights up. And they're like, yeah, you win. There's no doubt about it. Because if you know on Superman, what is he allergic to? And what color? And what color is kryptonite?
Green.
Yeah.
Well, dark green, but green.
Dark green. Underglow is dark green. Inside of the car is also green when you turn on the lights. The only side that doesn't work is the passenger.
Dang.
Because the guy that had it before it clipped the wire and pulled the wire. So there's only one wire when there's supposed to be 2.
Why did you clip
I don't know. I was mad because, like, my day off, I was looking underneath. I was like, oh, so that's why it's not working. So I have to get a new strip, and that's what I was talking to the mechanic shop here about.
Wow, I just found the same exact chest that I was just looking at.